game of League of Legends on the PvE. They just updated Fiora on me. This is a custom game, so I'm just going to be looking at Fiora and some of her things. In particular, there's a couple of questions I want answered. So, the rework has a few fun new features. I'm going to start by leveling your queue. First is Duelist Dance. Fiora identifies vitals on nearby enemy champions. Will reveal a new vital after striking the last one, or every 15 seconds. So, when Fiora strikes a vital, she deals 3 plus a percentage of the target's maximum health in true damage, and receives 20% increased movement speed that decays over my cyber recovers 25. Well, near the target. Oh my god.
To arms in 30 seconds!
Okay, so... Okay, I'm sorry, I just got shocked by reading some of that shit. Alright, so she's got a scaling, it's a percentage scaling, so it's crap scaling, but a scaling percent health, true damage... Okay, Riot, Fiora has already bullshit on live, but she is bullshit with some pretty well-defined and pretty ridiculous weaknesses.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
There are, and unfortunately, she is joining the ranks of Vayne for the most bullshit capacity in the game, and that is percent health true damage. Riot talks about balancing things. Okay, let's see. Fiora launches in a direction, which doesn't seem to be very far. Is my true smartcast on? No? Okay. That's not a terrible dash radius. Like, you can get over some walls with it. Not that wall, apparently. But dashes in a direction and strikes a nearby enemy. So an enemy within the circle. Circle's pretty large for where you're dashing. Alright, let's just walk up and hit him. Bam! Percentage of health true damage. The fuck, Riot? You think this is funny? Behold, percent health true damage again, which gives me a heal and a quick move speed burst. This is retarded. I'm not even going to apologize for that opinion of mine, because that's just stupid. Surprise, true damage. I'm over to this side, true damage! Oh my god, that is so dumb. Don't want him to make me so very angry. Okay, so Fiora is joining Vayne in the world's largest bullshit club. All right, let's see if I can get this. Okay, the parry does not appear. Good to know. Fiora's parry does not stop turret shots. I was concerned for a second. Or if it does, I just had it timed very, very inadequate. Bam! Damage, speed, small amount of sustain. Fiora does it all. Okay. Her E makes her next 2 attacks, give attack 50% faster. First strike does not critically strike, but it applies a 35% slow. Second strike always critically strikes for 155% damage. Either you have to get behind him or wait for the 15 seconds to elapse for a new weak point to appear. Okay, new weak point's appeared! It's right in front of me, so it's an easy one. God damn it! Fiora! Stop getting stuck in minions! Fuck! Fuckity fuck fuck! Fuck! Fuckity fuck fuck!
Try. I succeed.
Okay. Damage ratio cooldown. Mana cost. Damage ratio cooldown. Damage, strike, slow strike damage cooldown. Mana cost, damage and cooldown. I think leveling E is still the way to go with Fiora here. I've seen some people do it and they're leveling her W. Okay, you can crit the tower. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Look at all the healing and damage I can do. I started with fucking 0 health. Have no business being here fighting him. Oh! If I had more mana and or was quicker on my feet, I could have riposted his stun and stunned him in reply. So her new Q dashes in a direction instead of dashing to a target, making it slightly more useful for a variety of situations. I'm really just going to push it to level 6 so I can try to get through all her abilities. Her new passive does true damage, percent health true damage, which is utter bullshit. And I'll probably get into a rant about that at some point.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
That's how you spill blood.
And that was asinine and unnecessary, but you know what? I wanted the kill. Didn't have the move speed for it, but I got it anyway because her thing is up pretty quickly, believe it or not. This thing refunds. So her new dashes in the direction and attacks anything in the nearby circle, applying on-hit physical damage, and applies on-hit effects. Ooh! It can now crit. That's interesting. It prioritizes vitals and targets in kill range. So it prioritizes enemies. If you dash into a position where the line from her thing is going to angle towards an enemy with a vital revealed, which there did. Okay, let me just move over here so I can strike him in the vital. Over here so I can strike him in the vital. Dash over here so I can strike him in the vital. Strike here. Too far. Good God. So, moving around your target becomes much more important on Fiora now. Derp. Derpity derp derp derp. Derpity derp derp. Oh, worked that up. Only got the slow. He didn't do anything. I expected him to throw a stun at me. He didn't do it. Alright, let's do her ult now. Come on, come on. No.
You solved that problem.
I wasn't able to do the thing within the 8 seconds, but okay. So, if it hits an enemy, it refunds 60% of its cooldown, meaning this ability can be used quite frequently on top of dealing on-hit effects, all that fun jazz. Okay, I am leveling it second, I think, though. Like I used to. I don't have to level her regular launch second. It's very low mana cost. Blade Work, Fiora's, Riposte, Fiora's W, used to be reflects the next basic attack that would hit her for a small amount of magic damage and gave a passive AD boost. They completely removed the passive, but now it parries all damage and disables for 0.75 seconds, and then slashes in the target direction. It deals magic damage to the first enemy champion and slows their movement and attack speeds for 1.5 seconds. If she blocks a disabling, like for example, Tarek's
Got your hands bloody.
God damn it.
Supposed to be a challenge.
For example, Tarek's stun, if I were to successfully parry his stun, then the blast wave that comes out from parry, which fires whether she blocks something or not, by the way, would stun him instead of simply inflicting a slow. However, it does have a limit where it's only effective on champions. This is interesting. Interesting too is the fact that her dash inflicts on hit effects, which means you'll get Lifesteal, Blade of the Rune King, and the AoE from Tiamat, and of course crit chance and the like on that ability.
Turret destroyed.
Such unrefined style.
Rampage.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Right, I realize I'm being a little bit abusive of this Tarek. Poor Tarek. There's a couple reasons I can get away with that. One,
Turret destroyed. Turret
I'm
destroyed.
an absolute bitch. Two, okay, yeah. Blade work causes her to get bonus attack speed, which did not increase. The only thing that increases is the guaranteed is the slow on the critical strike. But the first attack cannot critically strike, but it applies an instant slow, and the second attack always critically strikes. Various bonuses for that. She's definitely going to be focused more around building raw AD than building standard crit chance and such, because this guaranteed crit will always happen regardless of what kind of weapon what she has, although an Infinity Edge would probably still improve that damage. I'm not really sure. What's more,
Insolent peasants.
oh man, did that crit full AoE
Precision
crit?
and grace.
Interesting thought. 30% increase movement speed that decays over 1.75 seconds. Recovers 67 health.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
So striking the enemy champion from a certain angle.
Run them through.
Need no towers.
Okay, there.
Out the turret.
This is the effect of her ult. What happens with her ult is no longer does she do the dance around. What she does is she reveals all 4 points of their vitals for her champion for a potential of, that says 28%. Oh god, because my thing is 7, up to 7%, but yeah, for a potential of 22% max health true damage. In addition, she gains the movement speed bonus of 30% while near her target. At 30%, I think that's increasing with level. If she hits all 4 vital points on the target within 8 seconds, or if the target dies after she's hit at least one of them, then it creates that AoE, which heals for 80 plus 65, which gets scaling with her AD, each second for 5 seconds.
Unrefined style.
Wow, Fiora, wow.
Is this supposed to be a challenge? I have no equal.
She can dash over walls on a fairly short cooldown. which dropped my healing zone. Let me slow the Tarek.
The fools just keep coming.
Oh, good God. She does seem a little bit mana dependent, but only in that... Ooh, I can't crit that, but as a result, my attack speed stays up. I think that's going to be what's going to happen with that ability. I don't think critting the towers is intended, but I could be wrong. But then what it'll end up doing is leaving your attack speed boost up until you successfully crit. Or maybe it's because it's slow. Either way. So her mana pool is rather small, but her mana costs are pretty damn tiny for what they are. Even more, unlike before, I think she's going to be a very avid Trinity Force candidate. If only because of the fact that she can, in fact, since her Q procs the on-hit effects in a similar fashion to Aurelia's dash Q, she could proc Trinity Force off of that. She's still going to be very fond of the Ravenous Hydra, though. Bum 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 she can't quite make it over the dragon wall, apparently. That's unfortunate.
At once.
Poor Tarek has learned that running is his best opportunity. Oh, I didn't get closing up. I'm not sure if I'm immune to the damage from the tower or not.
Godlike!
Alright. There's one good way to find out. And wait 10 seconds. That's still a laser tower. Dashing that wall doesn't be easy enough. Okay, let's find out. Nope, still take tower damage. Okay. Either that, or like I said, or my timing was really bad.
Turret destroyed!
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. Yep, nope. Fuck that up. Even if that would have been turret immune. I fucked it up too badly.
Turret destroyed!
Nope, still taking damage. You are definitely not turret immune while doing that. That is important to know. She definitely can't tower dive like the old Fiora did. Not quite as well. Still going to have some exceptional abilities, though. Can be no doubt. She still has the ability to apply on hits. She still has the capacity to block damage. Now she blocks all damage and CC. Dueling potential is going to be outrageous, with guaranteed crit, but above all else, and it's the only, yep, her movement speed boost is definitely increased with level. The only thing that really annoys me is that she does going to be doing percent max health damage.
Turret destroyed!
And I'm never gonna stop bitching about that, just because it is such fucking bullshit. Like, it doesn't get much more bullshit than percent max health damage. I'm sorry, Riot, but it's a bad mechanic. True damage, well, not percent max health damage. Percent max health damage is okay. True damage is okay. But both is excessive to the point of being just unfair. Did it?
Turret destroyed!
Three, two, one. Oh! The post does do its damage to minions.
At once.
Does it only apply its slow to minions? Is that what its deal is?
Precision and grace.
Does it only apply its... Ah, my speed is so low.
Do not hesitate.
Sow the seeds!
Oh god. See how the damage I'm not taking is because I had so much healing going on there.
This is supposed to be a challenge.
Turret destroyed!
Alright, because my attack's too long back down, yeah, because it doesn't expend the proc on this, it just lets the attack speed go crazy.
I succeed.
She's gonna have some really interesting mechanics because her E does blade work. Since blade works in one way or another on turrets, she still has a lot of split pushing power because she's an AD champ, which she already had anyway because she was an AD champ.
Precision and grace.
It's not quite as unrivaled as it was, and she still can't dive as terrifyingly as she did. But look at this. 34% of your max health is true damage. She gains the 40% movement speed for the entire duration of 8 seconds. And if she can hit all 4 vital spots or kill you, she gets a massive healing aura underneath where you died. It's just unfair. Let's see how well I can solo Dragon at this point. I mean, I have a Sheen, a Phage, and a Hydra. Oh, and a Brawler's Glove. Level 14. Here we go.
Inhibitor destroyed!
Yeah, she does that pretty well, I'd say. I'd say she does that pretty well. Maybe you disagree. Probably I don't care. So like I said, I was only going to bring this to... Can't go through that wall. To level 6 and do just to see what it was. I guess I'll just keep pushing.
Turret destroyed!
Oh, I can crit that. I just can't get the slow proc off. Oh dear. Either way, the extra attack speed though. The minions! Oops! I didn't even realize the minions. Tarek can't fight them. It's pretty terrible. So that's a brief look at the new Fiora. I'll try to get into an actual game with her at some point. But, oh, Riot. Oh, right, you make me so mad. So, and it's not going to be a whole lot of fun to stare at this screen. I'll pull up something else. So, Riot, you talk about wanting things to be fair and balanced, but you've made a terrible mistake with Fiora here. A mistake that you have made not for the first time. Oh boy. See, I like this better than saying she marks a vital area. She challenges nearby enemies to dodge her. She calls out a direction from which she will try to strike. If she can complete her own challenge, she uses a small bonus and calls out a new direction. That's a pretty cool description. So basically, she's calling out, I'm going to hit you from here. It's not really show. That's the video for her old passive. Ha. Okay, and challenge. It has no video, and of course, has no description, and of course, the video is Blade Waltz. Okay, so, and the descriptions are missing for all the other ones. Basically, what's happening with my problem is this. Riot talks about wanting things to be fair, balanced, balanceable, able to make things fair, counterplay, and then there's so you've got physical damage, which is counterplayed by armor. Building armor gives you resistance. To that, building MR gives you resistance to ability power damage, magic damage. Then there's true damage, which just always does the amount of damage it says, and that seems pretty mean. How do you counter true damage? The answer is to build more health. Oh, Darius does 700 true damage when he ults you, but if you have more than 700 health, you can survive that. Now, Darius may be a bad example because he kind of wants to use that as a powerful execute and to obliterate your soul. But still, it exists. There is a way to deal with that. Just build more health. Also heals and shields. Dr. Mundo is an absolute destructive counter to true damage, and this is true in most situations. Vayne and Fiora, however, this new Fiora, give us an entirely different approach. This is now the ultimate anti-tank form. What do I mean? Well, it's simple. Tanks build resistances and health in order to survive longer in fights, and that's fine and that makes sense. And I understand that buying huge amounts of health can be a serious issue and make games last forever and make characters unkillable and therefore capable, and therefore remove meaningful counterplay. League of Warmogs was a thing. It was a terrible thing. Nothing good about that. And to be fair, there used to be one item for that, Madrid's Blood Razor. Now there's an AP item in the form of Leandri's Torment and an AD item in the form of what's the Blade of the Ruined King. To make it even worse, the AP items also have Morellonomicon to prevent healing. And then every other champion Riot releases these days has some form of percent health damage on their kit, which means building more health causes you to take more damage. And that's fine. Counterplay is great, okay? You've got to be honest and make sure to build your resistances and not just stack 6 Warmogs and a Thornmail, or 4 Warmogs, a Thornmail, and a Spirit Visage. Woo! Unkillable Mundo! It's just not going to work out for you. But, oh my god. Then you've got people who deal magic damage, build MR. People who deal physical damage, build armor. People who deal true damage, you just need to build more health. This is true for Aurelia, Master Yi, Corki, even Darius. But then you've got Vayne and this new Fiora who are doing percent max health true damage. I'd be even less offended if it was percent current health, because percent current health can't kill you. Only whatever damage they apply on top of that will kill you. But the percent maximum health, if you have less than the percentage of your health that they're trying to deal to you left, you will die. And Fiora's ult, if fully procced, which, don't get me wrong, that's going to be a real pain to do unless you're really quick with those button presses and really good at utilizing her slows, slash stun, if she can land that. But the point is, which it's going to be really hard to hit all 4 points, but if you manage to do it, that is a minimum of 30% of your maximum health. Or 3 times 4 is actually 12, but like she hits you for huge amounts of your max health. There's no way around that. And then on top of that gets this healing, like that buff will win her trades. I don't care who she's fighting. I don't care what she's fighting. I think flat true damage would be less offensive by far, because you could counter that by building more health. Okay, Fiora dashing around you, poking her with her little stick while you but you have 1 billion health. She can't kill you that way. It's a thing. That's why fencers were not notoriously well versed for. See, fencing is for fighting in the streets, fighting in narrow corridors, and in places where you're not going to be encountering fully armored enemies, because the armor is counterintuitive to trying to move around these places where mobility is key. Fully armored enemies tend to destroy fencers. A freaking broadsword crushes a fencing foil. I'm sorry. It's true. And I also like Fiora's new design because she's abandoned the fact that, look at this. Look at this. I know you can't see it very well, but she's wearing armor in there, and it's heavy armor. Like, she's got it in lighter sets and plates, and there's clearly things to allow for a little more mobility, but it's still going to be heavy. This outfit looks much better. Just, I don't know. Percent health true damage is the most unbalancing idea you can get because, well, how do you stop it? How do you deal with that? In the case of Fiora, there's counterplay to her game mechanic because you can see the Mark II and try to avoid letting her hit you from it, but I mean, even that with her dash and her crap that she's got going on, that's actually a little easier to say than to do. She's got 2 fairly useful slows, one of which can be a stun and negates all damage and CC you try to do to her in response. An auto crit after one of those slows, which is ridiculous, and she gains a speed boost if she hits your thing. Thankfully, the new one won't pop up until after the speed boost is exhausted. But a clever Fiora, especially if she rushes a phage, which gets the speed boosts off of every time she hits you, is just gonna obliterate you. I don't like this, Riot. You've taken away the hidden power from her free AD steroid. You've taken away the hidden power from her attack speed, from her ridiculous attack speed steroid. You've taken away the untargetable stupidity that was her Blade Waltz ult, which, like, was horrifying. If Fiora was ahead, you couldn't do shit because of that ult. But what you've given her instead will allow her to shred anything in the world. And playing from behind, that's a great thing for her to be able to come back with, but playing from ahead, nobody's going to be able to do anything about her. The one thing I could say for percent true damage is that it deals basically the same amount to everyone always. 3% of your health. I don't care what your health is, 3% of it is gone. It's an equalizer. But that's just the thing. Vayne and Fiora, they get it. And it's powerful, and it's scary, and it's part of the reason Vayne is such a dangerous character. Because she'll kill you. Alright, I'm gonna go. Try to get into a real game. I've done my rant. That was an introduction to her. It was a little sloppy. I'm not used to doing this sort of thing. See if I can get into a real game, alright?